Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak. So today, what I'm going to get into today is consumerism. Consumerism itself is quite a recurring factor that we have in today's culture and in today's lineup of categories that we have that are available for us to view on Google or any other part of the internet that we always look up on. But no matter what search engine we use, we can always expect things like advertisements and company announcements on there, or even bankruptcies and defunct parts of companies out there that would surely exist any moment now. Because as it turns out, with some more recent news that we have gotten, based on how at one point Kohl's, Target, and other stores that we've commonly known about over the last 15 years might end up shutting down within the next year or so. But as time goes on, we can only expect them probably to end up in, at worst, something that ends up coming in a little short. But if it is true that Target, Kohl's, and other places around that we have here might end up crumbling completely, it's just some point in time that we'd have to prepare ourselves for. Because those were stores that we had originally grown up with as younger children. But nowadays, as adults, most of us from, especially this particular generation of people around here in America, might end up seeing things differently. Without Target or Kohl's, there's just a lot of influence that goes into those companies, and there's plenty of consumerism that definitely ranges from the different levels of stocks that you can buy online, or the different types of advertisements that they showcase on the television or the radio, or even on the newspaper, which is still currently in existence, but hardly people even read them to begin with. So I feel like that now, with the advent of the internet, we seem to get a lot more information than we possibly could based on current consumerism ratings. So I feel like that now, it's just only a matter of time before certain companies end up defunct for good. So it's surely a matter of time before we have to prepare ourselves, and it's surely a matter of time before anything else can happen. If certain other companies out there that we haven't known about as much begin to rise to power out there in today's level of economy, then we just might be seeing some things differently. We might have things that are better, or even things that are worse. But as time goes on, we might expect things out there, or not expect things out there to happen. Across the board, we've had so many different companies come around and gone. And I'm talking about certain companies out there relating to all categories of different consumer-based goods out there that we get in today's time. A lot of companies that have gone defunct within more recent times include Scion Motors. And I feel like that was actually a pretty good, decent motoring company. Probably for only some of the best reasons that you can get besides the Toyota. But since that company's been gone ever since New Year's Eve of 2016, we haven't really seen much come out of them, besides the fact that we'd occasionally see a Scion rolling around the streets today. But in all seriousness, we can really hope to have some better consumerism rates come around. Because despite the fact that we've had ourselves some reports casing point that there might be a chance that America would become a communist state itself some point within the next century or so, if stock levels continue to drop, if the economy itself becomes more worse and worse, if tax rates start to decrease or even increase by a lot, because you can't really expect the government themselves to have so much coming around. But today's government here in America, we really try our best in terms of keeping our economy as stable as possible. But for now, looking at consumers right now, I'm really not in a mood to try to put a grudge on anybody around here. Because there's hardly anybody out there who I certainly have no trust for. And if there were anybody that I would have distrust, then well, I would certainly let you guys know about it. But for now, that's pretty much all I got to talk about consumerism. And so, if you want to see more go down on my channel, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.